On today's episode of Oofsides, week 1 is here. We wrap up the final offseason moves, and Garrett probably has a mental breakdown.
But you got a flag down.
Oofside. Everyone but the center. Offense.
Welcome to Oofsides, everybody. It is almost week 1. It's almost time for kickoff. I am here as, well, I was going to say as always, but not really. Our Bills Mafia member, Jack Healy.
Sorry,
we're having another great start 2 weeks in a row, baby.
What do they call Vikings fans, Jesse?
Depressed.
What do we call Vikings fans?
Our local
Suicidal.
depression. Actually, no, he's not even the only depressed one. We've got Jesse here.
Hello.
Our
Go
resident
Vikings.
confused Jaguars fan, Garrett Sidnor.
Unfortunately.
And for the first time, we have the one and only Chargers fan, Grant Kelder.
Well,
There's always one in
Welcome
every
to the
group.
show.
There's always one in every group. I gotta stick with it.
he's
Yeah.
the only main Chargers fan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So for the
Unfortunately.
people listening in our Discord server that we have, I have roles for everybody in here with like our name or the name of the roles, like what team, and I changed them all the nicknames. So Jack's is Bills Mafia, mine is We Dem Boys, Garrett's is just sad, and Grant's just says they have fans. So,
Another good one is Motor City Shitty Kitties.
yeah,
Yeah, I like
That's-
no,
that's
as a lone
true
Lions fan.
Yeah.
I want to point out that hopefully we get Noah on the show later this year sometime. But
Yeah.
Noah lives in North Carolina, but he is voluntarily a fan of the Lions, Nationals, and Capitals. And up until the last 2 years, is that not the most depressing trio of sports teams you could root for?
Honestly,
Oh,
though,
even the
yeah,
Charlotte Hornets.
You,
I forgot about the Hornets too.
You have the Nationals,
Oh, I
who
mean-
up until last year were always out in the first round.
They had never won a series. Yeah,
I mean, I'm a Sharks and Bills fan, so
And then before the Capitals won
That's
the
pretty
cup,
bad.
they lost. They could not get past the Penguins.
yeah. They couldn't get past the second
They
round
didn't
in
get past
general.
anybody except for the Penguins.
Yeah.
And the Lions are in
And the Lions need no introduction.
and then the
Yeah.
Lions get butt fucked by the refs
Packers every damn year.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
I guess we should start out since you weren't here last week. Going into 2020, what do you think about your Chargers, Grant?
I think they're going to be mediocre again. I think Pryor is going to be moved into the starting quarterback. I think if he hasn't already. I don't know. I haven't kept up with that, to be completely honest.
Wait, Pryor.
I think
Terrell
Yeah,
Pryor.
Terrell Pryor. I was thinking
Yeah.
of who was the dude who used to, or not Terrell Pryor. Or was he the guy who used to play receiver for the Browns? Oh no,
Yeah.
you're thinking of Tyrod Taylor.
Am I?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Tyrod's the backup. Yeah,
You fucking bamboozled
Oh.
all of us. I was literally
Yeah,
just going to
yeah,
say, like,
Pryor's
what
the
happened to
receiver.
Terrell Pryor, by the way.
I've been boozing myself.
Yeah. Tyrod
I
Taylor.
always get,
yeah.
I always get them switched.
Okay,
So yeah, I think
No, Tyrod
Taylor. I think
Tyrod
Taylor is
started.
gonna replace. Is Tyrod? No, I thought Herbert. I thought they chose.
No,
Herbert.
he is. No, they are choosing Tyrod first.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's part of our this week's synopsis type stuff we get to go over.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I thought they were. I thought they were doing.
Makes me
Herbert.
sad.
No, I don't think they want to kill him. They don't want some young kid's blood on their hands.
I
They're
think
not the
I think
Redskins. Sorry, the
Yeah.
Washingtons.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, the Washington football team.
Okay,
Oh,
so
anyway.
I was okay. So I guess I was under the impression that they were starting Herbert. Okay, so then Taylor, I think, will stay as the starting quarterback. I think we'll have at least 3 to 4 starters injured for the rest of the season, and we're going to end up 7-9.
Yeah.
Ahead of
7 wins, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say 7-9
Yeah.
ahead of the Raiders by them going 6-10.
Yeah. And I
Yeah.
think I was talking to you about this in private, but Phillip Rivers obviously leaving the team in free agency.
Mhm.
Are you hoping for some success there in Indianapolis, or?
Well, of course. I was.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm glad. I'm glad to see him go. I'm also sad to see him go at the same time because obviously it wasn't going anywhere between the Chargers and him. So I think with a new team for him, and especially a similar style to Luck as far as his play style, can't fucking run, but he can pass.
The only difference, though, is instead of
it doesn't
congratulating the people who sack him, Philip Rivers is going to be like, "What the frick, man!"
They both
and then he'll go into the locker room, fuck his wife, have another child.
Yeah.
have their 27th child by the end of the season.
Yeah.
I think,
dude, Philip Rivers fucks.
I think
Jesus
the Colts will be. I think with Philip Rivers there, I think the Colts will either be the top of the AFC South or a very, very close second by like one game.
Yeah, I had him as I think at like 10-6 and a wild card team.
Yeah,
something like that.
Yeah.
I have him like 8-8.
Well, it's okay to be wrong.
Yeah. I have the Texans being somehow still winning that division despite winning like 9 games.
Yeah, I had a lot of people are not really that high on the Titans, which surprises me. I had them ranked pretty highly.
Oh yeah,
I think it's
did.
going to be a really close battle between the Titans and the Colts for top of the AFC South.
What were you going to say, Jesse?
It's not same record, but
I'm excited to see the Titans this year, especially if they play the same way they played in the postseason last year. They're going to be tough to beat.
And to kind of alley-oop into the next part of the show, what I think is going to set the Titans over the top is they made a very good free agency signing yesterday by picking up Jadeveon Clowney.
Yep.
Yeah.
So an already pretty good defensive line probably just got a whole lot better. And he's going to get to face his old team twice a year, so that's going to be pretty cool. Speaking of AFC South news, Garrett, within 12 hours of our show last week and expressing some optimism for Leonard Fournette, the Jaguars cut Leonard Fournette, and he was picked up by the Buccaneers.
And the Buccaneers are making it to the second round.
Yeah. There's a few more things that happened with the Jags, but I'll let you chime in, Garrett.
Man, I don't know who to give the crying towel to. Me, as a Jags fan, or the Jaguars themselves, because, I mean, they waived with Leonard Fournette, and based on what they put out, they said it wasn't because of his performance. Then was it because of I guess it was because of some of the comments he made about Gardner Minshew in the offseason and shitting on him. And then he went over to Tampa in an interesting deal, which the Jags waived him, so they got nothing out of this. And it's funny because in his press conference he had not too long ago, it actually just happened today being September 8th, he basically turned around and said, "Man, this is the first time I've had a quarterback in my whole life," type thing.
Oh.
And basically shit on the whole entire Jags quarterback core. And on top of the whole Fournette thing, the Jags also traded away Ronnie Harrison, who is a safety on the Jags defense, to the Browns, I believe, for a 5th-round pick.
Yeah, I just read that before the show started.
Yeah, so I was also upset about that because we're just giving away more pieces of our defense to whatever team we like in that.
Had they already traded Yannick Ngakoue when we recorded, or was that after that?
Yeah, I believe we did.
I can't remember if we talked about that.
It was at the start of, the deal was just starting.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
and then also they cut Josh Dobbs and Mike Glennon too.
Oh, wait. I have this in my notes. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second.
No, you want me to talk about it?
No. Mike Glennon is on the Jags.
Oh, that's more fitting.
I thought he got cut.
No.
Mike Glennon was added to the Jags. 50. Yeah, they added him to the 50-man roster over the last couple days because they placed somebody on injured reserve, so they picked up another quarterback.
The neck is back, baby.
Too much neck. Oh, the Jaguars are a fucking train wreck.
Yeah. Poor Minshew.
I don't even know what we're doing at this point. We're obviously tanking for Trevor Lawrence. I mean, what else could it be?
The sad part is you're going to tank for Trevor, but then someone else is going to get Trevor.
Yeah.
I think they'll fuck up the tank somehow. They'll win,
Gardner Minshew is hell-bent on winning like 5
Yeah.
games.
He wants to prove he's there.
He will drag that team kicking and screaming to a couple wins.
Yeah.
I mean, they went 6-10 last season, and they didn't have players last season that wanted to play. So
the Jaguars are a train wreck that, given the choice, you'd be like, okay, I'll hop on. Let's see what happens.
Yeah.
Like it could be fun, And if it isn't, then
Hopping on the Jaguars train is like hopping on the Murder Express. You don't know when you're gonna fail out of the whole entire organization because it's gonna fall apart eventually.
It already has fallen apart. What do you mean?
I mean, even further. I mean, we're gonna get into things where we fire Doug Marrone, and we got other things that are gonna happen.
You guys are going to fucking London. I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, they canceled all their London games for this year, so
They're going to fucking Brazil at this rate.
yeah, they're gonna
Probably be a better home.
They canceled the London. It's
gonna be a long plane ride every week.
The US isn't allowed anywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's their key to winning is they were guaranteed at least a 4-12 record because they were gonna play 4 games in the UK that their opponent wasn't allowed to show up to.
It's true.
Yeah, they're gonna move to London but still play other games in Jacksonville. Be called the London Jaguars.
Oh god.
No. Go to London.
That team needs
London Jags.
The Jags. Oh, I love it. It's painful, but
Oh, what a disaster.
I'd be surprised if they do win. I mean, they'll win. I feel like they'll win 1 or 2 games, but I'm interested to see how they play their division opponents. That's one of, especially week 1, which we'll get to later on.
I have a feeling the Titans are just like the Titans have kind of dominated them in recent history, and I have a feeling it's just going to get worse. So,
Oh god, yeah.
Oh yeah, Derrick Henry is going to run 99-yard touchdown plays every single time he gets out of the field. That's just how it's. I mean, that's just how it's going to work.
Dude, Derrick Henry is just the fucking offense. Yeah. I can't even put it.
That's it. He is the offense.
He is the offense.
He
Yeah.
is the offense.
The entire offense.
Yeah. Some other big moves made throughout the last week or so. Kareem Hunt signed a 2-year extension with the Browns. DeAndre Hopkins became the highest paid non-quarterback in NFL history, signing a 2-year, $54.5 million extension with the Cardinals. That's a lot of money.
That is, yep.
And kind of showing that team has win and win now aspirations with Larry Fitzgerald getting up there in age. Fuck it. Go for it. So,
yeah.
Washington cut Adrian Peterson, and he was picked up by the Lions, which is about the most Lions move I would expect.
I'm not sure how I feel about that.
Yeah.
Twice.
He's got AP still has some talent. I just hope they're not trying to make him like the featured part of Detroit's running game because that team has never had a good running game. But they're like, hell yeah, fucking 80-year-old Adrian Peterson.
They'll make him the starting running back.
Might as well bring in a or two.
Detroit's got DeAndre Swift and Kerryon Johnson to play with, so I mean, you got some people in front of him. So
like he has to be just like the backup, the bench, maybe the third down back. I don't know.
Yeah,
they throw him out there for like a 1-yard gain every game, and that's it.
I mean, that's good.
A couple quarterbacks were named their starters. Ryan Fitzmagic will be starting for the Dolphins. And as we know from the Fitzmagic cycle, he has one good year stepping in. And then they name him for the starter for week 1, and for week 1, and then he's terrible. So probably going to happen this year. The Fitzmagic's going to run out.
No, I think... Wait, who are the Dolphins playing?
They're playing the Patriots in week 1.
Okay, never mind. We're gonna lose.
Well, hold on.
We'll get there in a minute.
We'll get there.
Well, hey, I still stand by the statement that Ryan Fitzpatrick was the best quarterback in the AFC East last year. So, prove me wrong.
Okay.
And also, the world's kind of saddest quarterback battle, Mitch Trubisky named the starter for week 1 ahead of Nick Foles.
That is so laughably bad.
I think they're doing it strategically because they know Nick Foles wins Super Bowls when he comes off the bench. So they're like, yeah, we'll just put Trubisky out there and then he'll get hurt or benched and then Foles will win. I mean, that's what the Eagles
did. He did it with the Eagles because Wentz was at least winning.
Yeah.
Trubisky
what you're saying is Trubisky is going to take them to the playoffs.
And he's going to get hurt before the playoffs, and then Nick Foles is going to fucking swing his big ass dick around and carry that team to the playoffs.
Honestly, though, remember when the Bears went 12-4?
No.
Remember
Dude,
the double
Lost the
doink?
playoff game where the fucking double
It
doink.
was 2 years ago, and it legit feels like a decade ago.
Yeah,
Like,
it's been a while.
that
Partially
doesn't-
because
that-
of the pandemic, and also because the Bears were just such a clown show.
that just doesn't feel like Trubisky's Bears.
No,
It feels like a different team.
that it felt like a team winning in spite of their quarterback.
Well, it was like the Jags in 20. I'm gonna go back to the Jags for a
Oh,
second
boy.
here. Like their defense in 2017. That's basically what
Yeah.
the Bears were that year because they had such a good defense and a very, very mediocre quarterback.
And a quarterback where they're just like, just don't fuck up.
Yeah, if you just hold the ball, don't throw anything stupid, which Trubisky did a lot last year. So
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
speaking of stupid quarterbacks, Kirk Cousins. If I die, I die.
Oh yeah. If I die, I die.
That is
Oh.
bad.
yeah,
I,
that coming out
Hey,
from
look,
that is
hey.
that.
last week.
That is that
At
frat
least-
bro energy bullshit right there.
I'm pretty sure our backup is like Sean Manion or whatever. The
Who the
hell.
fuck?
Can I just say,
Oh,
Kirk Cousins is the last person I would expect to have frat bro energy because he just emits so much pure dad energy at all times.
he's
That's
a
true.
major dad.
Yeah.
It's just like, what the fuck are you talking
He
about?
can't be as much as
Holy
his dad as Philip Rivers, though.
Granted,
Well,
at
yeah,
least-
because he
Yeah,
fucks.
At least the fact, his
And Kirk
comment,
Cousins
if I
does not.
die, I die. If it happens, we get a new quarterback for once. So,
He's not wrong.
Did you guys
He's
hear what
not
Gardner
wrong.
Minshew said about COVID? He
Uh,
said
oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
COVID-19 took one look at me and ran away.
No, fucking Minshew.
Yeah, because I
like-
think Minshew, because he actually got COVID over the.
Minshew is like, he is built different, Yeah.
Gardner Minshew's a weird character.
I fucking love him.
Yeah.
A couple other quarterback news. That's an awkward way to put it.
Oh, no.
Josh Rosen was waived by the Dolphins and picked up by the Buccaneers, but for their practice squad.
Yeah, but he's getting
Um,
12,000 a week.
Yep.
Oh, I mean,
And
I'd
Alex
take
Smith
it.
is currently on Washington's active roster.
Yeah.
So there is
That's not-
something
that's
likable
not
about
lasting
Washington.
long.
Yeah.
So
I'm pretty sure when he was making his videos on him throwing the ball again, his leg is backwards.
yeah,
Oh, that's not good.
yeah,
He is
That's-
not healthy.
it's just a defense mechanism.
it's going all
Real talk though, I'm really happy. I love Alex Smith. I think he's a good dude, and I wish he wasn't on Washington. But now him and Ron Rivera can kind of endure
like-
themselves to people. So
I wish he was on Washington healthy.
yeah,
I
or
wish he
like
was on games and winning games for him.
or like the backup for a really good team right now.
Yeah.
So yeah, happy to see Alex Smith back. So I know we have our rule about not talking about our fantasy football teams on the show.
Oh, are you gonna
But-
break it?
I got to break that rule real quickly. So
Wanted to break it earlier.
yeah, so I'm terrible at fantasy football, and I got talked into filling the 16th spot in our league, and I said I will do it under one condition, and that is if I get to draft a team entirely made up of people with the same name. Cue the Joshington football team. And around the 4th or 5th round, I drafted a man named Josh Gordon, who I said when he gets reinstated, that'll be the steal of the draft. And this week, Josh Gordon re-signed to a 1-year deal with the Seattle Seahawks. So get ready for me to ball the fuck out. And instead of losing by 100 points every week, I'm going to lose by like 80.
Nice.
Unfortunately, this came at the expense of Shaquem Griffin, everybody's favorite one-handed NFL player, being released by the Seahawks.
Damn.
So
I gotta give Seattle a hand though.
I knew someone was
Well,
gonna say it,
with the
but
pick, they did get another hand. So
their
So they
average
all
starter's
now-
hands went up to 2.
yeah, hopefully somebody picks him up. Real talk though, Shaquem Griffin's an awesome story, and I think he's a decent player.
He's
And I really hope
good.
somebody picks him up.
Come on, Minnesota.
No pun intended. So, Shaquem Griffin, in the incredibly rare chance that you're listening to this, I know you're not. Hats off to
No
you.
one's listening. What do you?
Can our can Minnesota's linebacker like duo be Griffin and Anthony Barr?
Yeah.
I'd be okay with that.
And then our final news story, which I thought this was kind of funny because I read the headline on NFL.com. The NFL notifies teams that players can exchange jerseys by mail. So,
What? Oh my goodness!
Wow.
You know, I'm not surprised.
Dude, you want to trade jerseys after the game? Oh, let me get your address.
Yeah, to send me your address. In an official tweet by Tom Pelissero, the NFL informed clubs tonight it is partnering with Tide, which will cover the cost of one replacement jersey per player, all washed first and exchanged by mail.
Oh my.
You're good.
All
so
right.
That's a thing that's happening.
Oh,
so,
also another thing I want to talk about is Tre'Davious White got an extension for 4 years at $70 million.
Yeah, I like that move.
Yeah,
he's a good corner.
All pro last year. Personally, the best cornerback in the league, but for me, yeah. But that's no bias or anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that's all the big stories. Is there anything we missed?
OBJ likes to get shitted on.
I was trying to avoid that one.
I think we can skip right over that. I think that headline
outside
alone
of,
tells
I
you
will
what's...
say two comments on this. One, it is fitting that he plays for the Browns.
Yeah.
And two, one of my favorite tweets was somebody mentioning or saying that I never imagined OBJ to be a number 2 receiver. So,
holy shit! Oh, that is fucking hilarious.
So I'm just noticing
that's a pretty shitty situation, though.
Minnesota only has 2 quarterbacks on their 53 man roster.
well, at this rate, 1 because Kirk Cousins is going to die.
All right, so Sean Manion's gonna lead us to a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, let's go. We have 5 running backs because we're Minnesota.
All right, sure.
Well, I mean, they got rid of their best offensive weapon over the offseason because he just didn't want to be there. So
Yeah.
kind
Don't
of
blame
what
him.
else are you
Though.
gonna do?
Yeah.
So yeah. Shall we move into pick'ems?
Why not?
All right. So we're just gonna go week by week. It is, dude. I can't fucking believe it's football season.
Honestly,
Sir.
It's only a couple days away. So kicking off. Oh, sorry. What were you gonna say?
So is that what we're talking about?
No, we're talking about
Actually,
We're
before
talking
we
about
jump in,
practice.
Hey, this is
Yeah.
about baseball. What do you mean?
Competitive
Talking about-
foosball.
we're talking about playoffs. I'm talking about playoffs. I just remembered, Garrett. Did you want to hand out your awards for the week? Or
I already gave out my crying towel award to the Jaguars. I think that we've explained it all the way there. And I'll start handing out awards after performances of games and such. But yeah, I mean, I don't have too many awards to give this week. That mainly was the one with the Jags and.
oh, okay. All right, well, let's move into the pick'ems for week 1. Real trap shit.
God, you're white.
So, Thursday night, we've got the Houston Texans and the Kansas City Chiefs, a rematch of the divisional round playoff game last year. What do you guys think?
Chiefs 100%.
Chiefs?
Chiefs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
I
have to rely too much on Watson to score more than their defense lets through,
Yeah.
which he
Yeah.
can't do every single game.
Not especially when his best offensive weapon is now gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Texans are going to give up like 30-something points, I think.
Yeah. So I think all 5 of us going with Chiefs.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So that was a pretty unanimous pick. For Sunday, September 13th, we've got Philadelphia versus Washington.
Philadelphia.
Yeah, I'm taking Philly, and I don't really feel. I was gonna dissect this game a little bit, but I really don't think we need to explain why Washington is gonna lose week 1.
It's going to be ugly.
So I'm going with the Eagles.
Yeah.
I think the Eagles are a bit slept on this season. I think Wentz is going to kind of make his way back into
Yeah.
being.
I hope so.
MVP
I like Wentz.
material.
Unless he gets injured
Yeah.
again.
The pane of glass.
I was
Yeah.
thinking of locking Philly, but it feels kind of cheap to lock against Washington. So
Yeah.
So yeah, all of us in favor of Philadelphia. Then we're going into the second game on Sunday, Miami and New England.
Patriots.
Patriots, yeah.
All right, here's where I
Miami.
get to have a fun pick. I'm
Oh,
picking
boy.
Miami as well.
Yep, I'm picking Miami.
Because I know that the last couple games that they've won, because they managed to beat the Patriots every season somehow, some way. I feel like they'll do it again because the Patriots have less to work with this season, especially defense and offense. And I feel like that the Dolphins will pull through once again and get the win.
So I see where you're coming from, but there's one important thing you're missing.
Oh, we're gonna throw his name into it?
No, they're not playing in Miami. The
Yeah,
Dolphins
you
always
have
beat
a-
the Patriots at home.
Yeah.
Then they're playing
Yeah.
in New England. So
Yeah.
I think
Well,
this is,
different quarterback. We'll see.
yeah,
I think this is the game where Cam kind of proves himself to be more than just the way he dresses.
oh
I
yeah.
think he'll ball out on Sunday.
If there's any coach who's gonna have Cam Newton ready for Week 1, it's Bill Belichick.
I
yeah.
still think Belichick is only going to make sure Newton is good for the year, and then they're going to draft a quarterback next draft.
Uh-huh.
They're
I
going to.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's-
I'm taking the Patriots too. So
yeah.
so we had Garrett and Jesse, or Garrett and Grant picking the Dolphins.
Yeet.
Spicy. For the third 10 a.m. game that day, we've got the Packers and Vikings.
Packers.
I don't
Jesse
know how
might
to
have a
pick
hard
this
time
one.
picking this one.
I'm gonna be the last one to pick this, so go ahead.
Oh, okay.
I cannot decide on who's going to win that one.
Yeah.
honestly. That's
'Cause-
really difficult. Because like
Both of these teams were playoff teams last season, but I don't really. I'm just
Like-
not sold on the Vikings.
yeah, I mean
and
neither.
I think the Packers are kind of reaching their expiration date.
Yeah, the Packers haven't done jack shit over the offseason, and the Vikings have lost things over the offseason.
Yeah.
But I'm going to go with the Packers, I
Yeah,
guess.
I'm gonna pick the Packers as well because
Yeah.
I feel like they'll have just enough on the offensive side of things to make it happen, and they got a defensive line that's solid enough. So we'll see.
All right. I as well am gonna pick the Packers because new coach. Don't have McCarthy anymore, so we don't know what we're going up against.
McCarthy wasn't there last year, though.
He's not last year. Well, shit.
Yeah.
You know,
I
go
think-
Vikings then. Fuck it. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm
Vikings.
going with Jesse. I'm going to go Vikings, too.
Yeah, I think
I
Rodgers is gonna
forgot
do a
that
lot
we didn't
better.
have.
Yeah.
I forgot
Packers,
we
Grant.
didn't have Mike last
Yeah.
year.
I think Rodgers is going to do a lot better under LaFleur's system in the second year.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. But then a fucking
Vikings.
barn burner of a game. We've got Colts and Jaguars.
Oh, baby. It's the Tank Bowl.
Colts win. Rivers doesn't pass anything past 20 yards.
Colts win. Rivers.
You know what? I'm gonna agree with that. It's either gonna be a really defensive game or it's gonna be a shit fest, score fest. Because I mean, I just don't see that game being. But I feel like the Colts will win that one outright. I
I
don't
feel like the Colts are gonna win by like 2 touchdowns because it will be 14-0, and Phillip Rivers is gonna throw like 90 yards.
two touchdowns and 5 interceptions.
No. No, they're just gonna pass the ball every play, or not
No,
pass.
he's
or
gonna
hand
be-
it off. Words.
He's going to be 28 for 36 at 87 yards for the whole game.
All right.
You throw screens
So-
all day.
I'm gonna go bold here.
Oh, God.
Oh boy.
I'm gonna say the Jaguars win by a field goal.
I was really hoping you'd be like,
I
I'm going to
mean-
go bold. The Colts win, but only by like 3.
Oh, they
No,
beat
I'm
the
going
Giants.
with.
Here's my question. Besides Josh Lambo's ability, why?
I don't know. I just, for some reason, I feel like Rivers doesn't do great in week 1, and the Jags win by like a field goal late.
As much as I want to swing and take that Hail Mary with you, I can't. I got to go Colts.
Oh, fuck it.
I'll stand
so
on my
far-
word and
I
Braves.
Jesse, I promise you, I really hope that does work out, but we'll see.
If the
Watch
Colts
it.
are smart, they run
Watch
the ball, but they use
I
I
it
hope I
when they
lose this
need-
prediction.
Watch it be like a tie or some shit.
Oh,
It'll be like a fucking
Or it's like It's like
Infamous week
42
one ties.
safeties in the whole
Yep.
game. It's the score.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's just, it's
We're
just a
also
4-4
5
tie.
game. We're also 5 games in, and nobody's done a lock yet. So that's interesting.
What do we do with the lock?
It's basically the game you're most sure about.
Oh,
It's
okay.
like worth double.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah. So, rounding out, or not rounding out the 10 a.m. games, but next on the list is another barn burner of a game. It's Bears Lions.
Ooh.
You guys ready for a 6-3 game?
Or it could go the other way. Like I said earlier, it can be both quarterbacks are capable of throwing like multiple
See,
touchdowns and
alright.
multiple interceptions. So
As these two are two of our rivals, Detroit kicks ass.
I'm gonna also say Detroit kicks ass.
Yeah, I'm going with Detroit mostly because Mitch Trubisky, and yeah,
I'm saying Detroit because Von Miller's done for the season.
Can I think a tie. Like, both these teams suck.
yeah.
Honestly, yeah.
Fuck
You
it.
guys
I'm picking a tie.
Injury?
What was that, Grant?
The Von Miller injury?
Oh, fuck. I forgot about that.
Yep.
Yeah, that's for the Broncos, though, right?
Yeah. That
I'm not
happened
thinking-
like right before we started
it's-
recording. Yeah.
Same colors, my bad.
Yeah.
Well, I'm still picking Detroit because Trubisky.
Dude,
So
Fuck.
good
man.
reason.
I believe in Stafford.
Yeah, Stafford's good, but fuck it, a tie. That's what I'm
It's valid.
picking.
That's
fair.
interesting to pick a tie.
Yeah.
Fair
There's
game,
the last 3 years have had a week 1 tie between 2 mediocre teams. So,
He's got a good point there.
Yeah.
next up we have the Las Vegas Raiders versus the Carolina Panthers.
Before I answer this, who is the starting quarterback for the Panthers?
Pretty sure
Teddy
it's Bridgewater,
Bridgewater.
isn't it?
Yeah,
Bridgewater?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he
I
signed
think
that.
Teddy's starting because they obviously Cam Newton's gone, and then
Who do you got left?
Kyle Allen got
Left.
traded to the Redskins, or sorry, the Washington football team. So, I'm pretty sure Bridgewater's starting.
I need a fucking coin for this one.
Yeah,
All
yeah.
right.
If there was another game to pick a tie for, it'd be this one.
Yeah. Heads. Raiders.
I'm gonna pick the Raiders. Instead of
I'm going to pick Carolina.
I'm going Panthers because the coin flip said so.
I say Bridgewater starts the season off at 1-0.
Yeah, I'm saying Panthers, and this is the decline of Carr. Was this season? This is the start.
Yeah, this is a game that could go either way, but I feel better about the Panthers, mostly because McCaffrey's better than Josh Jacobs, who should have been on my team, but Jack stole him from me.
Stop
Sorry.
talking about fantasy football, fucklord.
There's only fucking 3 good Joshes in the NFL.
Shut up, dork.
And I wanted them. But yeah, so who was it, Garrett or Jesse? You picked the Raiders.
I picked the
Okay,
Raiders.
so Garrett the Raiders, everybody else with the Panthers.
Mhm.
A few years ago, this would be the one game that I'd be making fun of, but it's the Jets and Bills also playing in Week 1.
All right. I'm just gonna lock in. Bills are gonna win.
All right,
There's
Garrett
my
or
lock.
Jack with the first lock.
That's a
Wait,
biased lock.
can I change my lock into the Eagles versus Washington?
Yeah, you can change it.
All right, yeah, I'm gonna do that because
I was gonna say
that is a surefire fucking win for the
I
Eagles.
didn't want to lock the Eagles because it felt cheap.
Yeah.
Locking against
I feel like
Washington,
everybody
and
has-
Jack was like, "Fuck it, I'll take it."
Yeah.
I feel like everybody's got to do a different lock, though. I feel like you
Yeah,
gotta
right,
do
yeah,
like,
yeah, that's one of the rules.
So,
Once you lock a game, it cannot be locked by somebody else.
all right, I win.
Okay.
All right.
Big dub.
But you're picking the Bills.
I'm
Yeah.
picking the Bills.
I'm picking the Bills. I'm also picking the Bills to be the top of the division.
I'm also picking the Bills Mafia
sir.
for Week 1.
Yeah, Bills.
Yeah, I think it'd be dumb to choose the Jets. So yeah, go Bills.
I like Sam Darnold, but like,
Come on, oh boy.
it's
I
the
don't
Bills.
think Sam Darnold will beat the Bills this time around.
No.
Next time around, maybe.
Yeah, maybe if they don't have fucking Adam Gase as their coach. I'm bummed we don't have a Jets fan on this podcast. 'Cause God, I want that. I want that.
I don't
They've
even
all
know
killed
a Jets
themselves.
fan.
I don't think Jets fans know how to use technology.
Yeah. Yeah, fair point.
Yeah.
This one has me torn. Browns Ravens.
This is going to be my lock. Ravens.
Oh,
Taking the Ravens.
that's
Ravens,
it.
100%.
Yeah, go ahead.
I was tempted to lock the Browns, but I know better than to put faith behind the Browns.
That's a good point.
Yeah, Ravens
I'm going with the Ravens. Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
I don't even think I fully believe that lock either. I just want it to happen, but yeah, Ravens.
Pain.
I just think Lamar is
yeah,
too good to lose to the Browns this time around.
Yeah. I think maybe later in the season the Browns might be able to get a win on them, but coming out of the
Like
gates,
last year, yeah.
yeah.
Yep.
So, Garrett, do you have any comments on that?
No, I mean, I thought it was going to be a toss-up, but yeah, I'm going to lock Ravens as well.
Oh, he's locking the Ravens.
Or
Oh,
not
no.
locking. I'm
picking Ravens.
picking. Sorry, I should use better terms.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
can't lock my team.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Better terms. Don't use the wrong ones.
All right. And then after that, we've got Seahawks and Falcons.
This is just gonna be a curb stomping. It's gonna be the Seahawks.
Seahawks, yeah.
I don't.
Seahawks is going to be mine as well.
Yeah, I don't see the Falcons.
I'm locking the Seahawks.
Yeah.
Ooh.
That's my lock for the week.
Yeah, that's fine.
So that was when I was looking through, I was like, what teams do I want to lock? And I was like, Eagles, Seahawks. Fuck it, Seahawks.
Yeah.
So we're all for the Seahawks.
Yep.
All right. Then the first of the 1:05 or the 1 p.m. games, we've got Chargers and Bengals. Joe Burrow making his debut.
I don't think Joe Burrow will be bad, but I don't think he will have the best rookie season. And I'm going Chargers.
I'm also going Chargers because I don't believe in the Bengals.
Yeah, you're saying Matthew, you're saying you know better than to put faith in the Browns.
Yeah.
I mean,
The Bengals are somehow
Come on.
worse than that.
I also know to not put any faith in the Bengals either.
Yeah.
So,
So I'm going to go with the Chargers, too.
Garrett?
I don't know why I'm having so much trouble with this one, but I'm gonna pick the. I'm gonna go on the opposite side of things. I'm gonna pick the Bengals here.
Okay.
I have my reasoning, but I don't think it'll be enough to counter the Chargers. We'll see, but I believe the Bengals will pull it off week 1.
Honestly, same. Mostly because I just wanted to be contrarian, but yeah, I'm gonna pick the Bengals. So
Okay.
this is a game I'm definitely looking forward to.
Mm.
Cardinals 49ers.
I'm locking the 49ers.
Ooh.
I think
Wow.
it'll be a close game, but it's going to be 49ers.
Close. I'm locking the 49ers, though.
All right, time to go against the trends again. I'm picking the Cardinals.
I think the thing is the 49ers have some injuries that they got that could slow them down a bit, but I think they're too strong and will win.
Go ahead, Matt.
I'm gonna pick the Cardinals too. So I think the 49ers have some baggage after that Super Bowl loss. I still think they're going to be pretty good, but I think the Cardinals can beat them. Especially, I think in my playoff predictor, I picked the 49ers for this game, but they also didn't have DeAndre Hopkins at the time. So, yeah,
So
I'm
going
taking
to
the Cardinals.
join you and Garrett, and I will pick the Cardinals as well.
Ooh. I did not expect that to be the majority.
I just feel like after losing the Super Bowl, Shanahan will go in and lose week 1.
Yeah. All right. This is a game I genuinely can't pick because both teams seem too good. It's the Buccaneers versus the Saints.
I'm going with the Saints.
I'm saying this is the best game of week 1, and I'm going Bucks.
I definitely agree with it being the best game. It's definitely probably the most interesting game. Because it's a team that's making an all-in push for the Super Bowl versus the champions of the offseason.
Mm-hmm.
So, since this will be the game I'm stuck watching, being in Florida, I'm going to go with the Saints because the conversation of Brady versus Breeze is going to kick ass, I feel,
Yeah.
compared to Brady.
All right. I'm going to flip a coin for this one, honestly. Let me find a coin.
Okay, that's my bit.
This is definitely a very tough game. I gotta be honest.
Heads, Bucks, tails, Saints. Saints. All right.
There it is.
Picking the Saints. Is that everybody?
I'm picking the Saints as well. I did not make mine, but I'm picking
okay.
the Saints.
So we
All
all
right.
saying?
I believe so.
Yep.
Or no, Grant said
I think
Bucks.
Grant picked
Yeah.
Bucks.
Yeah.
I did.
Okay.
And then prime time, because we can't get away from the Cowboys. It's the Cowboys and Rams, another game that I really can't pick.
I'm
Well,
gonna.
I'll start it off this game. I'm gonna go Cowboys.
I was gonna back you up right there and also say Cowboys. I feel like they're gonna figure things out here early, and I think they're gonna lay into the Rams. We'll see.
I feel like the Cowboys are going to do a Cowboys and play down to their opponents and lose by a field goal. Because that seems like a Cowboys thing. They got to have one dumb loss, and why not start off the season with a dumb loss?
Yep, fair.
I'm saying Cowboys.
This one is interesting to me because on paper the Cowboys are better, and the Cowboys typically win week 1 every year on their annual Sunday, or their 5 annual Sunday night games in prime time. But the Rams are basically playing in their new stadium for the first time, and I feel like that's going to give them a little more energy and reason to want to win. I honestly cannot fucking make up my mind on this one. Fuck it, Cowboys. All right. I think the Cowboys are better on paper too, so I think that's going to pay off. And we'll see. I've already talked about the Cowboys.
I'm just looking at them. The two Monday night games are very weird.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna make my lock for the first one, which is the Pittsburgh Steelers versus the New York Giants. I'm gonna lock up the Steelers for this one.
For a second, I thought how bold you were saying. You're like, I'm going to lock up the Giants.
Daniel Jones, but no, I think the Steelers are gonna freaking run over the Giants in this one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't think anybody has a counterpoint to
Steelers.
that.
Yeah.
it'll be like a 36-7 game.
Yeah.
I honestly think it's going to be a really close game because the Steelers are going to score only like 14 points, and they'll still win.
Dude,
So
TJ Watt and Minkah Fitzpatrick are going to fucking terrorize Daniel Jones.
Daniel Jones is not going to have a fun time.
Oh,
Poor guy.
so yeah, I think we're all going for the Steelers there.
Yeah.
And then for the final game of week 1, interesting game is Titans Broncos.
Yeah.
Titans, absolutely.
Yeah, I'm gonna piggyback as well. I'm gonna say Titans for that matchup.
Yeah. I think it's just going to be Titans because the Titans are good and the Broncos don't have them much. They have Drew Lock. That's a positive.
Yeah, I like Drew Lock. I think he's going to be good this year. But I think the Titans are just a much more stacked team.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be close,
Yeah.
but I think the Titans will win.
I'm basically the same with you, Matt. I think Drew Lock will have a good game, but I think the Titans overall will just be better.
Yeah,
Derrick Henry's going to dick down the defense.
there's some
basically,
alliteration. All right, well, that's our week 1 picks. How are we all feeling about this in week 1?
Fun football.
I'm
back.
intrigued
Football.
with how the difference of not having fans will make.
Yeah,
Especially
that's
games like the Rams being in a brand new stadium.
yeah, especially when the Raiders open their brand new stadium too, and it's like, yeah, we just spent billions of dollars and nobody's here.
Well, I mean, no one will show up anyway, but
Yeah, so
now
It'll be interesting.
everyone can be a Chargers team.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. The
That
Chargers are
hurts
just
every
prepared
time.
for this season, so
They've been prepared for ages.
That hurts.
Kind of I'm right though.
yeah.
You
So
know,
we've
you're-
got a few good games. I think we can all agree probably Tampa Bay, New Orleans is probably the best game in week 1. Green Bay, Minnesota is going to be good. Hopefully Kansas City and Houston is good. So, and then our locks were Jack had locked the Eagles over Washington. Garrett had Baltimore over Cleveland. I had Seattle over Atlanta.
No, I think
Grant-
I think Jesse had the lock for Baltimore.
Oh, did I have it backwards?
Yes, I was the
Yeah.
Ravens.
Oh, yeah, that's
block.
right. Grant had the 49ers over Arizona, and Garrett, you had who?
Steelers over the Giants.
Oh, that's right.
And I think Grant's lock is the only one that is the minority.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. That was a bold move.
It's worth quadruple now.
Double or nothing. So, all right. Well, that's week one's roundup. Anything else we want to talk about before we head out of here? This show's going a little short because we didn't have as much to talk about. So,
Football's back, baby.
I'm excited.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and also I'll be doing my awards. We'll be doing awards next week for sure. I'll try to come up with a way I do that, but stay tuned for those.
Oh, I just found another news story we skipped over.
Oh boy.
The Patriots let go of Mohamed Sanu.
Oh yeah,
They did, yeah.
So that's definitely thrown another wrench into that offense, which
Ooh, I mean, we're talking about new news. The Broncos are to host limited fans beginning week 3.
yeah, I saw that. Cowboys are doing that too, aren't they?
Yeah, there's certain teams that are doing fans. There's some teams that are doing fans and some that aren't allowing at all.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Mhm.
It'll definitely be weird having the stadium so quiet. So
You'll be able to
Oh,
you'll be
yeah.
able to hear the one person.
Are
yeah.
they gonna like pump like fans in? Like
Yeah,
okay.
there was a thing I read that the NFL is basically sending like sound loops for the sound guys to play over the speakers to kind of fill
Yeah,
out
it's
the
just like they do.
Oh.
Like they do in the NHL too right now.
Yeah.
So
Where they still have the horns, and then they like have like a sound of like a crowd.
Yeah,
know
the
who's-
baseball games have it too.
you know
Yeah.
who's used to that? The Falcons.
and the Colts.
Oh wait. Oh yeah, right.
The Falcons got in trouble for it, but the Colts used to do it back in the early 2000s too.
Yeah.
That's one of my things I love about like stadiums back in the day is how the people running them would fuck with the other team. So the old Bills, or I think it's the same
Yeah.
stadium, but the Bills
Yeah, it is.
when the other team would be like kicking, they would open up one of the tunnel doors so a draft would come through and fuck up the kick. There was
So
a game where the Seahawks went to Indy and Matt Hasselbeck had like a cold or something like that, and they cranked the fucking heat up in the stadium, so he was just sweating his ass off the whole time. The Raiders used to do that where like even though they played in Oakland, it's all sunny or whatever. Oh, their games would always be a total mud bowl. That's weird. Oh, how'd the field get all shitty?
Man, it's gonna be weird not seeing the Coliseum though with football.
Yeah.
Like as much as that stadium is shit, it's got a charm to it.
Oh yeah. That's one of the things. I'm so bummed the Raiders left because
Yeah.
Jack and I are both from NorCal. So I don't know about you, but the Raiders have a special place in my heart.
Yeah.
And the
Not
way I've
really.
always looked at the Coliseum is it's a shithole, but it's our shithole.
Yeah, it's a shithole, and it's a disgusting looking place. There's that big green thing that covers a big ass mountain for
Mount
some
Davis.
goddamn reason. Yeah, exactly that, and it completely just ruins the stadium. But god damn it, it reminds me of Oakland.
It's the perfect stadium for the Raiders
Exactly.
because the Raiders are supposed to be this grimy, gross, mean football team.
Exactly.
And then you're going into a place where all the fans are wearing skeleton masks and little kids are giving you middle finger and they're playing hell spells over the radio or over the speakers.
Yeah.
And I will never forget the first time I ever went to a Raiders game was walking through the tunnel into the Coliseum and they're playing the Broncos and every single person walking in through that tunnel are all going Raiders, Raiders in unison, and it was fucking awesome.
Yeah.
It's such a shame that they're gone.
Yeah.
I wish they could have gotten them a better stadium, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Also, I can hear Justin's
Two-
cat going.
I'm
ape.
sorry.
Two of the least favorite people I've ever met in my entire life in the last 10 years were Raiders fans. But I
Yeah,
still
you're a Chargers
respected their
fan. What are you
loyalty.
expecting?
Okay, can I just say, can we bring the Chargers back to San Diego?
No, they're
Yeah,
not going to
that's-
do
Hey,
that.
like, can San Diego just be like, "Hey, yeah, we like the Chargers now," and then just
They're
give them-
they're either moving to London or they're going to stay there and they're going to go. We're here in LA and you're going to have to like us.
No, the Chargers aren't going to London. We
I think it's a
100%
possibility.
know.
I think they're in the hat. I don't think they'll get pulled, but I think they're in the hat.
I think
We gotta be honest here.
it'll just be the Jags going to London because it's the Jaguars.
Yeah.
Gotta be honest. Even especially with like how everything turned out for like this year, I gotta feel that no teams actually end up going to London.
Not
Oh,
yet.
yeah.
That
Yeah,
move's
yeah.
probably not going to happen until about 2 years from now.
Yeah, for sure.
Like that's going to be that's a big move.
Yeah,
and
it's
that's
maybe
gonna take time.
I think it's gonna be 3 or 5 years.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's
had
gonna
the
be a while,
Jaguars
'cause-
been able to play their 4 home games this year, it definitely would have been like on the books for next year.
Yeah.
It'll just be weird.
Also, if they were allowed to go.
It'll be weird, like especially with having to make teams travel like that. It'd just be so rough for the.
Oh
other
yeah,
team.
it's gonna be It's gonna be brutal for the Jags too.
Yeah,
Because,
it's
Jet lag is gonna be.
the team moving to London is interesting because it's such an untapped market for the NFL, but logistically it would be a fucking nightmare.
Yeah.
Like having teams
Yeah.
in Canada makes sense because
yeah.
it's not a fucking 8-hour flight over there. It's still the
It-
same
it does-
time zone.
It does every single home game gives way more of an advantage to
But
whoever
then-
team's there.
Oh yeah.
And then their
Way
away
more.
games give them a disadvantage.
Mhm.
Yep.
Yeah.
Flying over.
So they'll be 8-8 every year.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, the Jaguars,
Good
they're really
punch.
popular in London and they're probably the most likely team to get moved over there, but I think the setup they have now of just rotating teams to play in London every year is probably the best setup they have.
Yeah.
I agree.
Garrett's crying in the corner right
It's
now.
kind of like how
Absolutely.
If both teams have the jet lag, then it's fair.
Yeah.
because like cause at least like with like because the same thing I think baseball did it last year. They had the Sox and the Yankees go over to London, I believe.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
So I think it's just some of the American sports are trying to kind of just have some games over there, just because they feel like it.
Just shits and giggles.
No
Yeah.
real reason to do
for
it.
marketing, that could work too, because you'd be like, "Hey, look, football! Oh no, you can't have it until next year."
Oh, you
They're
almost
like,
had
"Fuck, we wanted
it.
to
Gotta
get
be
that."
quicker than that.
You're like, "Okay, there's. Oh, it's gone again."
It would be cool to see like NFL Europe come back though, as
Oh,
like a
please.
development.
I'd
league.
be okay with that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Please, I would like an
Like-
NFL development league.
The only problem is like, what other cities other than London are you gonna do?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Depends on how popular some places are with American football.
I'm hoping what we see is like we still get the annual London games, so maybe they're like, we're gonna play in Paris, France,
Or like,
or Amsterdam or Munich or something like that, and see if you
Belgium
can
or
gauge fan interest and then be like, hey, we're gonna form a feeder league.
yeah.
So,
I'd be smart. I'd be pretty smart.
Do
NFL
NFL players get in trouble smoking weed where it's legal?
not anymore because you're actually allowed to smoke pot now.
Oh, really?
That
Yeah.
changed over the offseason, yeah.
Oh,
Basically,
Alright.
they
Good news
relaxed
for
their
Josh
marijuana
Gordon.
testing.
yeah.
No, that was one of the things that was a big story was when they relaxed that rule and they were like, hey, yeah, you're not going to get suspended if you get caught or if you test positive for marijuana. And they're like, oh, cool. So guys like Josh Gordon will get reinstated. And they're like, no.
Yeah.
So
Oh.
I think that's a great move though. So
Yeah.
instead of
I
getting
know, I
everybody
agree.
hooked on fucking narcotics and opioids, it's like, hey,
Yeah.
just get fucking stoned and eat a whole box of Lucky Charms.
They just
Honestly,
keep
though,
going.
yeah.
Yeah.
You guys remember?
Putting
Oh,
a
sorry.
team in Vegas is a risk, though.
Oh
Any
yeah.
team showing, giving
Oh.
a bunch, giving people paying people tens of millions of hundreds of millions of dollars, and then going, yeah, go to a city where anything happens, that's fine.
Yeah.
Or where you won't get caught doing things because nobody talks.
Yeah. The funny thing that's like logistical about it was I remember when Urinating Tree did his video about Vegas or the Golden Knights when they got announced, is he was like, they've got to get their shit together fast because the Raiders are coming to town, and as soon as the Raiders come, that's when the Golden Knights die. And now it's literally the opposite, where it's like the Golden Knights are the fucking heart of Vegas, and the people are like, the Raiders. What?
Any sports team goes to Vegas. Vegas people just go, yeah, sports, and then they'll go.
Yeah.
They'll just go. It doesn't matter. They will
it's
go.
just funny how it was like, oh yeah, you better get good fast because the Raiders are coming to town and they look good, and now the Raiders are mediocre, and the Golden Knights are like, oh, don't worry, we took care of that.
I think once like the Vegas Golden Knights become bad, I don't think they're gonna have fans. And if they become good again, I don't think there's gonna be that many fans that come. They'll be similar to like this is not a hockey podcast. I'm not gonna talk about this. But anyway,
I want to talk about hockey, but yeah. Offsides is a penalty in hockey, so I mean, Oofsides still applies to it.
I don't know. I'd have to slightly disagree with that because the off season of hockey is no, they start at the same time. Never mind, I'm wrong. I'm wrong.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, that's right, Grant. Shut up.
Yeah, you might want to cut all that
out.
But...
No, it's fine. I mean, yeah, I have stuff I want to say about hockey, but I don't know if this is the platform to do it.
That's kind of me with baseball.
I'm interested about Seattle's team, so.
Shut the fuck up about hockey.
The only rule is we're not allowed to talk about fantasy football, not hockey.
No, we can talk about whatever the hell we want.
I mean, if that was a rule too, I've broken both of them this episode.
Yeah, we kind of went on a rant about how Wisconsin.
Now, I mean, speaking of,
we didn't talk shit about Wisconsin last
and then how Michigan is a bunch of bullshit.
Okay,
should be nuked.
Since Matt broke the rule already, I'm gonna break it now. I don't.
No,
really care.
stop.
So, I don't care. No. So I have Justin Herbert as
no one cares
because I did the auto draft.
You can cut this part out.
Yeah, cut
and
this
now
shit
he's
out.
the backup. Bullshit. You should just make this bleep it the entire time.
I think we could talk about funny shit with fantasy football, but we can't be like, dude, my team looks so good right now.
Flex.
I think talking about the Joshington football team is fine.
Oh yeah, the Joshington football team deserves weekly updates on how much I lose by every week.
I'm gonna beat the shit out of you, Matt.
Dude, if Josh Allen, Josh Gordon, and Josh Lambo drag my team to a win, I will be so fucking excited, and I will literally never let the person.
Josh Lambo guarantees you 3 points every week, so
yeah.
Hey, if your team wins, I will come and beat the shit out of you for you.
He will literally drink water.
Dude, please beat the shit out of him for me.
That's why no matter every week you get the shit beaten out of you.
Yeah, they
I'll be that person for you.
Josh Allen starts balling the fuck out, throwing 8 touchdowns a week, and I'm like, no, I gotta bench him for Rosen.
All right, so I'm gonna interrupt your Josh talk, and I'm looking through the news on NFL.com, and apparently, Patriots running back Damian Harris is on the injury reserve for a surgery on his pinky finger.
That's unfortunate.
Can he still play without a?
I
don't know.
Well, it depends. Is that on his? Oh well.
I mean, it depends on what hands is on, but I get.
Yeah.
I mean,
I just tape the ball to his hand. There you go.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. Glue.
Stick them.
Not illegal, is it?
Yeah.
it is very much illegal. It is extremely illegal.
We'll make an exception. Just fine.
It has not been legal since like the 70s.
I haven't seen anybody get caught yet.
True.
Yeah. Make the point.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Stickum still exists. It's just gloves.
That's true. The gloves are
It's just built into the gloves.
Yeah. It is ridiculously sicky.
Yeah. Our receivers really that good anymore? Come on. They'll have gloves on.
Yeah, probably not. So, anything else we want to talk about before we call it quits?
No.
Not really.
All right.
Nope.
So,
Skull Vikings.
Skull, yeah.
I'm gonna throw myself into a table.
Well, yeah, you are a Bills fan. So.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I was like, when do we get to see Jack throw himself through a flaming table?
One day.
If we end up going to Laguna Seca, me, you, and Tommy, I will bring I'll bring a table and we'll throw.
I will make a thing here. If the Bills win week 1, Jack.
You
You gotta do it.
I have to fucking fall into a table.
Yeah,
You
go to
got
Walmart or
to
something.
break a folding table.
I don't
Yeah,
have
just
a folding table.
Yeah, just
What
go
do
to
you know?
Walmart. Buy a
Yeah,
table.
Walmart
It's
sells them for
got to
like
be a
$30.
long shot. How about if the Bills lose, Jack has to break a table?
Oh,
Okay.
If
If
the
they
Jets
lose-
beat the Bills,
yeah. If they lose, you got this.
Okay. Sure.
that is the
I don't know.
sound
I don't
confidence
know
right there.
how the logistics of that is going to work, but
I'll fucking pay for it.
okay. fine.
That'll be the weekly thing every week.
Yeah. All right. Well, that has been Oofsides number 2. I think today's episode is a little bit shorter, but we'll be back up to probably an hour long once we start doing the weekly reviews of games and everything like that. Any closing thoughts?
Football.
We're not going to rant about
Packers.
Wisconsin this week.
Not this
I
time.
mean, fuck the Packers, but no, I'm good.
Fuck Wisconsin.
All right. I'm your host, Matthew Steelman. I've been here with Grant Kelderman, Garrett Sidnor. Oh, actually, I forgot to ask Grant. Do you have anything you want to plug? Like social media
What?
or anything? I
Or-
said, do you have anything you want to plug?
Did you see that? Did that not go through?
No.
Oh, you said you have anything you want to plug, and I said my butt.
Oh,
Oh.
well.
Yep, there it is.
There's
All
little
right.
sexual
Yeah,
I'm just
tension.
happy hockey's still going. So I mean, yeah, football, but yeah, hockey.
Okay, way to answer the question, Grant. Oh, no, I'll put your fucking Twitter handle up on screen.
Yeah, come on.
Uh,
Here it is.
Whatever.
Bam,
Deal
right
with the
there.
program.
Yeah, it's been there the whole time.
No,
so.
no.
Yeah.
Subscribe to my OnlyFans.
That's
Please
badass.
like my posts. It really helps me a
I
lot.
sure will.
Get $50.
Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Really help us out.
Yeah.
That really helps out.
Yeah.
I'm Matthew Steelman. I've been here with
Smash
Jack
the like
Healy,
button.
Jess Dahl, Garrett Sidnor, and pegging enthusiast Grant Kelderman. We'll see you next time
Ayo.
on Oofsides.
Fuck you, Greg.
It's Grog, actually.
It's grog.
Shit. Whatever. Cut that out.